Welcome to the March 17, 2017 edition of Colorado Inside Out Postgame, a special web-exclusive production here on Channel 12. Let's get a quick take on Senate Bill 65, which would increase charter school funding from mill levy overrides that is gaining more attention this week. The Colorado Education Association is calling it part of the Devos-Trump agenda, while Senators Owen Hill and Angela Williams say the bill is necessary. Patty Calhoun from Westward, we're seeing some bipartisan support. We have Senator Owen Hill and Angela Williams, but the CEA is a powerful force in Colorado. Do you see this making it to the finish line?
I think they could pull back a little bit because really, Betsy DeVos, you don't even want to talk about her in Colorado. You do not want to compare her policies and her lack of knowledge really to anything going on in the Colorado legislature, where people may disagree, but I think they at least think they have the good of the children of Colorado at heart. I have to say, since we were bringing up mothers, my mother was watching Colorado Inside Out the other day, and my sister was there trying to keep it a Trump-free zone, and they were all good until they watched us talking about Betsy DeVos and her abysmal performance at her hearing. So let's keep her out of the discussion at the Colorado Capitol and argue like grown-ups.
To all the Calhouns, I apologize. We brought that discord. But joining the table, we have Craig Silverman, attorney with Silverman and Olivas, and talk show host on KNUS. So bringing up the whole Trump-DeVos agenda, obviously the CEA is hoping that that's going to be a negative enough connotation around here. But charter schools are very popular in Colorado. So there's a battle here that I think is maybe a little bit above just the national agenda. What do you think?
I think that Betsy DeVos has been demonized. In fact, when you read the topic, I thought maybe you said the devil's Trump agenda. I mean, Betsy DeVos favors charter schools and alternatives to public schools, and Colorado's been at the forefront of that. I watched Michael Hancock interviewed by Kyle Clark, and he met Betsy DeVos, and he said he was surprised how much they had in common. It's hard for me to take the Colorado Teachers Union, or CEA, that seriously because they are so in the tank with the Democrats, and generally vice versa. But there are some Democrats who have broken away, including Michael Hancock, Angela Williams, and I think that's encouraging. It should be a test of what's best for the kids, and the public schools have fallen short consistently. It's time to try new ideas. That's part of the reason Donald Trump was elected. I know not here in Colorado, but Betsy DeVos, let's give her a chance.
Natasha Gardner, articles editor with 5280. So charter schools in Colorado are very popular, and it's one of those kind of odd issues that can get some different, I guess, what do they call it, strange, odd bedfellows, if you will. Democrats and Republicans that on either side that might usually be fighting in a whole different way. Do you think this has a shot, especially since we have a split legislature?
Well, it seems like there might be a little bit more of a shot than normal, because it's important to sort of discuss that this concept has been brought up before and defeated again and again and again. So this is almost like a new take on an old idea, and I'm not surprised they would use the ammunition of comparing this to bringing it to a national level because of the way Colorado has reacted to this, because there seems to be a little bit more wiggle room than there has been in past years. I'd be surprised, though, if we don't end up with the same result that we have had year after year.
Mary McCarthy joins us, reporter at ColoradoPolitics.com, also a variety of other outlets in the area. So if it does somehow get out of a split legislature, what do we know so far about Governor Hickenlooper and his possible response on a pretty contentious issue?
I think we don't have to worry about that, really. I think that this isn't going to pass the House. And if we step back from it a little bit, charter schools are here to stay in Colorado. We have, I think, 170 of them in operation. That's not really the debate. But the DeVos-Trump education agenda, it's not charter schools. It's really a question, even though it's not really in place yet. What we're leading towards with the DeVos-Trump education agenda is pulling money away from the traditional public schools into whether it's vouchers or other forms of various schools, private schools that would be out of reach of many Americans. I'm currently preparing for a reporting trip in Pakistan. You want to talk about a place where there are no traditional public schools. Let's step back. As Americans, as Coloradans, do we believe that everybody has the right to a free education? That's what we have. The Trump DeVos agenda potentially is moving away from that. And certainly it's going to be a long time before we could end up with a situation like Pakistan. But it's a serious issue if you're talking about dismantling free access to education for all. You end up with illiterate people. You end up with disenfranchised populations, whether that's girls or others, out of school. we're not headed there right away, but let's be careful where these initial steps of questioning the value of investing a proper amount of money in public education, the potential dangers of that.
Should be interesting to watch. That's all the time we have for Colorado Inside Out postgame this week. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you think. For everyone here at CPT12.org, I'm Dominic Dezzutti. Thanks for watching.